Here we go with our, hey, it's not retrograde anymore. Yay, reading. And we're just going to dive in here and start with hyena, which is the seed, what was planted. You know, there's something to be said for coping with humor, and I certainly do it. It's a big coping mechanism of mine, appropriate or not. And honestly, hyena wants us to examine that. And I think that's something that we are now going over in our minds is how serious are we taking things? Are we laughing it off, blowing it off, just to try and avoid approaching or managing the deeper stuff that's actually underneath all of that? And I think maybe at this point we've realized there is some deeper stuff that we have to work through. You know, the big lesson here that I'm hearing is that we learned to pay attention, the importance of paying attention to our inner world, the importance of rest, the importance of stepping back and thinking about things before moving forward or waiting for the right time to move forward and not just rushing in. There may have been some sort of a situation with somebody that you encountered here that you're regretting, and you wish that you had waited, or you wish that you had stopped to think about how you felt inside before you made that decision. But that's the lesson that you've learned. What really is calling out to be nurtured and tended to, that's our gentleness and compassion. It's that tender energy. It's that gentle energy. I hate saying mother energy, but, you know, if you have to gender it, there you go. It is a very nurturing energy. And I feel like you're in this place right now where you realize that that energy wasn't present. You know, the crocodile is looking back here at the hyena, and the deer is looking like a deer in headlights. Honestly, it feels like this idea that, oh shit, I'm being really harsh and shitty, kind of slapped you in the face. I'm not sure if you have quite come to terms with the fact that this is something that you could work on or should work on for the rest of the month, but it's there. And honestly, it is probably a good idea for you to do that. So the rain here, what wants to be nourished, and also what wants to be healed, because rain washes things away too. And Stingray is about our sense of self, about our courage, our fortitude, our backbone, and how we present ourselves to the world. And this is something that's coming into focus. In terms of the choices that we have, of course, we could just kind of ignore everything that happened and just move forward like it never did. But there's an opportunity for us here, and I think that we were kind of slapped in the face hard enough with what happened to us and what we may have lost or feel like we messed up, that it's really causing us to question our behaviors, question what it is that we want to do, and how to deal with this moving forward, because we're kind of at this place where if we don't deal with it, it's just going to keep coming back up, you know, because this is growth. This is very big personal growth here. This is you learning from some crap, hopefully, that you went through. And there's an opportunity to come out on the other side, to let go of the old paradigm. Okay, because I don't think this is the first time that this kind of thing has come up and shook things up. And you're being faced with an opportunity for growth here, honestly, personal growth and healing as well. And instead of stuffing it down or ignoring it or pretending like it was no big deal, and you can actually reflect on it, because you know it was kind of a big deal, you have an opportunity to really grow as a person and to be more secure within who you are and the direction that you want to go. And change is scary, but I'm telling you, this is just going to keep coming back up. What is it we need to focus on to become our best and brightest selves? But also to encourage growth. And Lamb here says truth, peacefulness, gentleness, and truth. That those messages come through. Sometimes in ways that go right over our head, but they do come back around. There's some inner work here that has been neglected that really needs attention. And the thing about Lamb too, this may be somebody outside of you. Like this person has really given you good advice and been very kind to you. And maybe has even said something about it before and you didn't listen. And now you're kind of feeling it again and saying, Jesus, yeah, they did tell me, didn't they? So the trick here, please don't beat yourself up over this. We've all got to learn and grow somehow and figure it out. And the only thing you're going to do by beating yourself up over whatever it is that happened is hinder your own growth. You're just going to stay stagnant. And that's what you're being encouraged not to do. You have an opportunity. We will have a real opportunity to transform and address that shit that you've been ignoring and that has just been kind of yelling at you for a long time. You just kind of tried to ignore and push away. You have such a potential to be a really wonderful, supportive and kind and consistent person, and I know you struggle with it. There's a struggle with consistency. There's a struggle with unreliability. And there's also a struggle with ego in the sense that because of what you have gone through, you're judging other people based on ways that others have judged you before. And it's something that you know isn't right. Don't put yourself on a pedestal because you're doing the work. Just do the work and start nurturing growth and in yourself and in your relationships. Because it's not just about you. It's about the community of people around you and the environment around you. And you're either going to be met with resistance and more struggle, or you are going to surrender and allow and really put yourself out there to try to do things differently next time. And then finally here, the shears. What are we pruning? What are we releasing? What are we letting go of, transmuting? Vulture takes care of the messes that we don't want to take care of. There are messes here that need your attention. And you need to either address them and fix it, or address them and let them go on their way, or address it and bring things back into balance. Things that are out of balance do not come back into balance on their own. We need to make an effort. Take an active role in the things that are important to you and tending to them and nurturing them and repairing any damage that was done if it's something that's important to you. What you really need to let go of is just kind of taking a back seat and waiting for things to clean themselves up on their own. In terms of your growth, it is time for accountability, and it is time, I'm not trying to be rude, it's time to grow up. It is time to say, okay, I am taking an active role in my life now, and that involves with the relationships and friendships around me, and I gotta stop. Dolphin fell out when I was shuffling. Dolphin is about healing. Dolphin is about some really beautiful, beautiful healing gifts. This is an opportunity for some really big, very important healing for you to happen. If you can review whatever the heck just happened during Mercury retrograde that has shooken you up, and really make an effort to see what can be done to heal, what needs to be healed, let go and release what needs to be let go and released, and be more actively compassionate. It can bring some really beautiful things into your life. And Dolphin here says there's a real big possibility for that. But that's going to depend on you. And I hope you take this opportunity to just do some inner work. I know it's hard. I know it's uncomfortable. But it is the most important work that we can do. But retrograde is over. Even still, take the last few weeks of May to focus more inwardly than outwardly and really gather those lessons up so that when June comes, you're ready to make a difference and do some transformation. Take care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.